Wow. That's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Peychauds or Peychaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay. So this is not what I expected.
All right, how is it going? It's Thursday. We've got people on that are ready to see us drink.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
This is going to be a good night. We're going to try a couple different things here. It's going to be a lot of fun. First of all, just let me apologize in advance because I see here on the video that I'm getting captions, and I've turned that thing off like every single time. And I can't seem to find wherever that setting is where I end up with captions. So Mike is here. Good evening. Enjoy some boring standard Angel's Envy. No, this is not the boring standard Angel's Envy. This is different. So stick around and watch this one. Paul is with us. Hey, Paul. Oh, I'm glad you're not working. Denny. Hey, Denny. How's it going, man? He's up in Cleveland. Michael's watching from the Toledo area. Ken is watching. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad you're here. All right, so you opened this already, yeah?
Yes, I opened this one.
Okay, so, and you opened this one. We're going to do this one first.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
So this was actually recommended to me by a friend of mine. This is John Wayne's whiskey, the Duke. I have not done a lot of research on it other than what we discussed about today, which we did find out that, you know, you can read on the back here. It's got a nice little thing about him, actually. It says, John Wayne, or Duke to his family and friends, will endure as an American legend and dedicated craftsman and a patriot. Duke Bourbon is crafted utilizing John Wayne's love of a bold, smooth, full-bodied bourbon from a recipe that until now was unknown, created from handwritten notes and bottles preserved for over 40 years. Really?
You may continue. Anyway, you found out that he's got like a relative that owns the thing.
It's actually his youngest son.
His youngest son.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
they're allowed to call it the Duke.
Yep.
It's okay. There's no copyright problems going on here. There was no pop. There's no pop. There's no pop. By the way, this is Jeff. We call him Titch. He was around. Thank you. He was around last year. We did the Buffalo Trace Bourbcast, which, for some reason, Facebook took off the platform. I never got a warning. I never got a notice. I never got squiddly squat to tell me that was gone, but it just happened to be gone one day. And then I found out, oh, yay. Then I found out that a couple of other ones were gone. But they are back online now. I put them on YouTube. And if you go to the website, beautifulbourbon.com, I now have added more blogs. And I've added every single video that we've done so far. By the way, this is number 92.
wow, 92.
92.
That's kind of crazy. Like, I've been watching you drink for 92 episodes. Well, 90 because I've been on 2 of them.
Right.
So.
I've said since the beginning, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what it is that I planned for this. I just like to do this, and it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
So why not? Why not? A little bit about Titch. If you didn't remember from the last time or you didn't see it, you are in the armed services.
Yes.
Tell them.
I just passed 13 years as a soldier in the National Guard. I pack parachutes, jump out of airplanes, and absolutely love what I do. Freaks my wife out every time.
Oh, yeah, it freaks me out. I'm not even married to you. He did bring his lovely wife, and it was kind of neat. They came over for dinner. I made a pot roast. Probably unusual type of pot roast than what anybody's used to, but you liked it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was phenomenal.
Good. Good, phenomenal. I like
Yes.
that. That was one of my better ones. I told Caleb we came back in for seconds, and I told him, I think this is one of my better ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely pretty good.
And then he told me he liked the beef bourguignon better. So we'll have to have you over for the beef bourguignon because it is nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so this is, what'd you say, 88 proof?
Yes, 88.
Aged 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's nice that they say that on the label. Anything aged over 4 years, you don't have to declare an age statement. If it's under 4 years, you do. But if it's over 4 years, you don't. Now they're bragging. All right, ready?
Yes.
Ooh. What'd you get?
A lot of ethanol right away.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
I got bananas right off the top.
I got bananas too, but a lot of ethanol went right up my nose.
It's for a 5 year, I would say that it's kind of young, which is surprising because normally, I mean, I don't know how deep their char is. It's not a very rich color. This is, you said, out of Kentucky?
Yes, out of Owensboro.
Owensboro.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nobody likes anybody from Owensboro anyway. We all talk about them behind their back. I got bananas. I got hazelnut. A little maple. Mm-hmm. I am getting the oak of the barrel.
Yeah, I was just getting that. You can definitely sense that because they said they do. What was it? They use modern built, heavily charred barrels.
Okay.
So.
Well, they have to be new barrels, so modern build would be right. But as far as that does not look like a number 4 char to me.
No, that's very, very light on color. I mean, when we're going to be looking at a couple of these later on.
I am getting some cinnamon on that.
I did not get cinnamon, but
try again.
Also.
Now that I've suggested it to you, maybe you'll find it.
No, a little honey though.
Honey. Yeah, a little bit. All right, let's see what it does.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It drinks very light. Mm-hmm. Very light for an 88 proof. The bloom is not there
until the end.
Until it goes down the gullet. That's when it goes, hey, by the way, I was there.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello. But the flavors are very nice. It's very light. Got a really nice caramel note. That's where I'm getting my honey.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught it or not.
I did get the cinnamon on the taste, though.
Did you get any citrus?
Yes.
This is actually really nice. Yeah. I would not have expected it to be this nice.
No. And, I mean, I don't think this was maybe a $40 bottle, I think. You know, nothing too crazy. But like I said, it was recommended by a friend of mine. He absolutely loves this stuff and, you know, swears to it. And actually, it's available around here pretty easily.
Is it?
Yeah. I think Fostoria actually usually has it pretty easily.
Nice.
Yep.
Would you like to try it?
Sure.
All right. Do you want?
Yeah, she can just try that.
So Jeff's wife is sitting just off camera. She wanted to be a part of it. She's not a bourbon drinker, but this is a pretty...
A lot of ethanol.
Listen to her. Go, girl. I know you won't be able to hear her very well because she doesn't have a microphone on her. But she is trying new things.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah? All right.
Hey, cool.
A little bite at the end.
Now take just another little sip of it and see if you can taste any of the notes that we talked about. Does it remind you of anything?
That bite was stronger.
Well, maybe my next one will be too.
The second one's always the best.
I got honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No citrus. Tasted the honey though.
Nice. See, we can convert her in no time whatsoever.
It wasn't that bad.
See, one of the things about getting, and I've talked to you guys about this before, and I'll get back to the comments here in just a minute. One of the things that we've talked about with new bourbon drinkers is you can't start them off with something that's going to turn them off. You can't go with something that's going to be super spicy with a high rye. Mm-hmm. You can't, boy, is it windy. You can hear it. It's like a jet engine going overhead. You can't do anything with a super high proof. If you want to get somebody involved and interested in bourbon, you have to start them off at a level that they are prepared for. Something that really tastes good, doesn't have a lot of burn to it, a lot of ethanol to it, and this is actually quite good. I mean, the light color of it betrays the fact that the 5 years has given it a lot of nice flavor and some nice body and some smoothness. So Nice pick.
Yeah.
Your friend that's a good friend.
Yeah.
That's a good friend.
Yes, very. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to let him know. He's been asking me. I think I've had this bottle at my house for about 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah.
You know, my collection is growing and not getting drank as fast as it should.
Hence the reason we're drinking your collection tonight.
I mean, there's one of your bottles there,
Yeah.
but we kind of with that one we kind of need to do a side by side.
Well, and that's what we're going to get to next. So I'm going to pull this off.
Yep.
This is the Duke. What is
Yes.
that? Just Duke?
Legendary Duke.
Legendary Duke.
Yes.
All right. Distilled and blended in Kentucky, USA.
By O.Z. Tyler Distillery.
O.Z. Tyler.
Yep. And the company was organized by Ethan Wayne, the youngest son of John Wayne.
Okay. Duke Spirits.
Yep.
DukeSpirits.com if you want to find out more about it. This is actually pretty good. I'm a fan. I like it. I will drink that again another time when I find my own bottle. And now.
Yeah. Oh, and it was I was wrong on the modern build. It was new hand-built, heavily charred American oak. So we're definitely getting that oak out of there too.
Well, the phrasing that you used is
Pretty close.
close. Modern, new, it's fine. For those of you just getting into it, they have to be newly created, newly charred oak barrels. You can't reuse an oak barrel and call it bourbon. You can do it for whiskeys. Matter of fact, a lot of the American oak barrels that we use for whiskey get shipped overseas. They're used in Scotch. Mm-hmm. They're used in Irish whiskeys. They're used in Japanese whiskeys. They're used all over the place.
My Irish whiskeys.
You like that red breast?
Oh, dude. I mean, to be honest, I never really drank whiskey until then, and then I started drinking bourbon because of somebody over here. You know.
I have that effect on people. All right, let's get to the
Yes. The
comments.
important stuff.
A salute to your service. Thank you, Denny says.
Yes, thank you very much, Denny.
You did a brisket, Paul?
Oh, I'm
That sounds
jealous.
awesome.
I'm jealous.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, and thank you for your service. Quinn is watching. Hey, how's it going? You're watching with a Bardstown Discovery series. Is that the one, Denny, that you bought when you were with me? Did you get another one? Because I know I talked you into that Discovery series, and good on you for opening yours. I still have yet to do it. I have that entire collection now, and I haven't opened any of them yet. And one of the things I didn't do was talk about what I was going to do next week.
Oh, jeez.
So I will have to get somebody to fetch something for me here in a minute. Captions are only on your end? Ow!
I'm seeing them.
Yeah, he's seeing them. Huh, interesting. Got your bottle open. All right, Paul, that's good. All right, so let's move on. Sometimes I forget about the comments, and I know that we do this way because we can interact and talk, right? Which one was yours?
This one was.
That one.
Yes.
All right. New Glencairn.
Absolutely. We'll set that off to the side.
I finished mine. Also,
Two.
all right.
I mean, this isn't my first rodeo.
Okay, so let's get into the reason that we've got two is as I researched the single barrel, I found out that there are some single barrels that are out there that people just don't like. There were not a ton of them made. Now, so Angel's Envy, just like somebody said a little while ago, great Angel's Envy again, yeah, I get it. They don't have a lot of different things, but what they do have is the regular one that's aged in port. Then they've got the rye that's aged in rum. Then they've got the cask strength. The cask strength has been out since 2012. They put one out a year. Each one that they put out puts out about 14,000, maybe 15,000 bottles. So it's not huge,
Yeah.
not easy to find. This they put out even less of it. This is cask strength, and it is a single barrel. Yours happens to be barrel 4555, and this is bottle 144. So this is right about in the middle.
Yeah.
Whereas the one that I'm bringing to the party, these are both the same year. His is 4555, the barrel. Mine is 1310, and my bottle is 275. So this is right about at the end of that barrel.
I think they said 300 to 350 is what they get.
350?
Yeah.
Okay. So near the end. We did notice that when we looked at his, there was some sediment floating around in the bottom of his bottle. I don't see it in mine. Maybe there's a little bit down there.
Yeah.
So that tells me this is probably unfiltered as well. So let's get into yours first.
Here, I'll do this.
You'll open that one? I'll pour it in.
At least this way they can yell at me. You know?
So his wife is here to be a DD, just so you know. And to have a nice dinner. And how long have you known each other?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what is it? 5 years now?
5 years? And this whole time you've been married, and she and I didn't meet until just very briefly, a week or two ago?
Yeah.
All right, so the color on yours is much darker, and I will say yours is much foggier.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Mine's very clear compared to yours. Yours is very foggy. And hairy. Dog hair on it.
Probably mine.
Look at how cloudy that is.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh. I could probably use a glass of water. I left it in the other room.
I'm gonna get you some burp.
All right. I'm amazed at how I have never had any drink that cloudy.
Yeah.
Even the old tub and the Michter's American, which is unfiltered.
Yeah.
None of those have been this cloudy, and they're unfiltered. That's
the one.
the one. That's the one. And so that was the one that we were in the same liquor store in Cleveland and bought together. That's good that you opened it. I'll have to find out let me know what you think of it. Was it a good pour? Do you like it? I would really like to know, because one of these times I'm going to get out my Discovery series. Well, actually, it's the whole series. It's the Bardstown. They did, I don't know, I think 4 different bottles. They had the one that was mixed with wine, and then there was in wine casks, and then there was the Fusion and the Discovery and another one. So I've got all of them from last year. I don't have them all from this year. All right. There's like no ethanol in this at all.
No. For over 100 proof,
Yours is
101.2.
101.2. 101.9.
Is it?
101.9.
Oh gosh, I can't read.
Yeah, you need glasses, just like me. So 101.9. They aged these 4 to 6 years, and then they go 3 to 6 months in the port wine barrels. And so they do this the same way that they do the regular's Angel's Envy. It's just cask strength. This cask strength isn't very strong.
Well, it's interesting because you look at it sideways through the glass. So cloudy. You look at it straight down, and it's a lot less.
It's still cloudy.
It's still cloudy, but a lot less.
All right. So on the nose, it's
hard.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
First thing I'm getting is the oak, the smoke. Mm-hmm. It's smoky.
Yep.
It's almost peaty in a way.
Yeah.
Like a scotch.
Like a scotchy peat moss-ish.
Huh. I'm getting tobacco.
A little tobacco leaf.
Yeah. It's presenting itself with notes that would be traditionally given to a rye.
Yeah.
Now that I got that peat, I can't really get anything else.
Yeah.
There's a citrus scent to it. Maybe it's not citrus. Maybe it's floral. Yeah, it's floral.
I can't pick that one out.
I can see the flower. I just don't know the name of it. Anyway.
Lilac?
No.
No. Thought I got it towards the end when I was.
Well, for you it might be.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to have the exact same schnoz going on. You know?
Well, no, yours is much larger.
It is. So I can bring in a lot more of the stuff, you know what I'm saying? And jackass. All right. All right, on the palate. I know what I was thinking on the nose now.
Wow.
Because it came out in the palate big time. Coffee.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the first time I've ever, second time I've really noticed a coffee note to a bourbon. You won't like this one. This is going to be one that I don't think you should. If you like the other one, drink that one. This one, I don't think you're going to like. Wow. I like it.
That was good, though.
I'm getting black cherry notes. Mm-hmm. That oak is there, coffee. I think that port cask is shining a little bit heavier in this than the normal Angel's Envy that I get.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think.
Slight hint of brown sugar.
Yeah. That was what I was looking for.
It's actually quite good.
A little bit of caramel. I just got a little bit of caramel in.
I'm not catching the caramel on it.
Yeah.
Natalie's watching. Hey, how are you? Brother-in-law and I have a store pick from the Party Source 100 proof. That's cool. And that's the thing, Paul. Every one of these, so the distillery has their own picks, right? The Party Source is going to have their pick. This store or this club or this bar or this whatever is going to have their pick. And some of the picks that came out, these single barrel picks, were very good. And other people have been very underwhelmed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good. It's still cask strength Angel's Envy. It's still good. But they've been underwhelmed. They think, like, for instance, this is 101.9. Why isn't it higher? For $100,
Yeah.
why isn't it a higher proof coming out of the barrel?
Yeah.
Why is it cloudy as heck coming out of the barrel? Now, I didn't see that. I'm just kind of curious about that myself. But yeah, so the one that you have, Paul, is going to be different than the one that we have here, or either one of these, because these are both distillery picks. These are the ones that they did distillery and then kept right there. Okay, getting on in. Natalie's watching. Natalie's my friend from the local beverage barn.
Oh, okay.
She's one of them that I got turned on to the old Overholt.
Okay.
The 114 that I love so much that I talk about all the time because it's
Yeah.
that good. She came back, she bought it on my suggestion, went back the next day and bought another one. So there you have it. All right. And Quinn, you've got a Rebel store pick and it's trash. Oh, don't tell me that. Ah, no. I've got a Rebel store pick. I hope it's not the same place. I did like Rebel Yell. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. It was kind of one of those middle of the road. I like Bullet better than I like Rebel Yell.
I mean, Bullet's phenomenal.
I like Bullet. They've been going through some more stuff though lately. Some more personal stuff, sexual, whatever. So they've just been going through it. The owner of that company just needs to step away.
Yeah.
Let his people do what they do and do it so well because they do it well. It's good. But the owners and the people in that family just have got to screw loose all day long. Anyhow.
That brown sugar likes to stick around on your palate.
Yeah, that's got the long notes, and I think the coffee's sticking around too.
Yeah.
That time I got the caramel. That was a really present note that time. Came right out at me like boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it did with me. I mean, it definitely just jumped out there. And
That's. Oh, you're done. Okay, so. All right. So that was the one that he got, which was later in the echelon of the releases than the one that I got.
that was from October.
October.
Yeah.
I don't know when this one. Somebody picked it up for me, so I don't know. Glass, sir.
Yes,
I will say this is nice kitschy effect, but it's annoying as hell. So
you hold it with the finger that you tried to slice off earlier.
that was while cooking your dinner, schmuck. My knives are very, very sharp. You can tell by the scars I have on my fingers. Oh, you're a little low. Tell me when they're even.
Right there.
Right there. All right.
You're supposed to say then there.
Wait, no, it's not there yet.
You might like the Angel's Envy Rye. It's very sweet.
I think you actually tried that with me one night.
It's very sweet. It's 100 proof, but it's very sweet.
It's phenomenal.
Now this is clear.
Yes.
I mean, I'd almost be tempted to take yours and run it through a coffee filter.
I'm curious.
I don't think it'll change the flavor of it any, except for maybe give you the flavor of the coffee filter. But boy, yours is just so cloudy. It's not going to hurt anything.
No.
There's other bottles that I've seen out there that are cloudy and have a lot of sediment in the bottom, but that's just the first for me.
Yeah.
All right. Totally different on the nose.
Yeah.
Completely 100% different on the nose. Yours had a lot more character. I'm not getting that oak.
No.
I'm not getting hardly anything.
Yeah. I'm getting like a little bit of ethanol, and that's...
And mine is
proofs on the front.
on the front. 105.8.
So, roughly 4 proof.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Let's see.
Who's talking?
Paul said he got... Oh, wait. Did I? Excellent. Very nice with a touch of caramel nose. Pleasant light oak finish. 110. Slow and easy sipping.
It was my final pour. Ouch! Oh, I'm sorry. Should we play taps for his bottle?
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Ouch.
We're getting citrus caramel and dominant brown sugar. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
I was definitely getting the caramel and that brown sugar.
Yeah.
And
But
then that
again,
coffee just said hi.
now yours is a party source batch, so it's going to be completely different than anything we have here. They get to, I think they got to choose their own barrels even.
I think they did.
So the different vendors, the different people that wanted their own single barrel came in and said, they claimed which one they wanted. Of course, the people that were there first got to claim, they got to taste a bunch of them and pick the one they wanted, and the people that got there last got what was left.
Well, I think it was Paul that actually posted a couple of the photos of the other bottles that they had, and actually, just like this, it literally just says Party Source right there instead of the Angel's Envy Distillery. So that's definitely, something neat, something collectible. I mean, I'm glad I found this bottle, though.
That's actually really tasty.
Yeah.
I'm going to be curious about this one because I'm just not getting that much out of it. I just got something off the nose. It just hit me, and I don't know what it was. I want to go back to it and hope that I find it again and hope I can identify it because it was just unusual.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Here.
I'm
Smell
getting
that.
maple syrup.
I just get ethanol.
Well,
That's not unusual.
No.
To get ethanol.
yeah. Eventually, most of your nasal hairs will just burn away, and you won't smell
Eventually
ethanol
you'll
anymore.
ruin all of the cells in your schnoz.
And all you'll smell is the deliciousness that's actually in that brown liquid.
You won't be able to smell the danger.
Yeah. This one's tough.
All right.
Little maple syrup.
Little maple syrup in
It's-
there.
It's very, very faint and very hard to find.
Yeah, but it's there for sure. No doubt in my mind that's what that is.
Yeah. That one's...
There's slight, even less than the maple syrup is a slight salted caramel. Boy, this is ready.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting.
Totally different.
Honey right away.
I got the caramel right away.
I got honey, and then caramel came in right behind it.
Totally, completely different. A delicious pour.
Yeah.
But his had coffee notes, and the oak was real present, and what was the other thing I said about yours?
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
Not the same.
No.
Same distillery, but completely different.
Yeah. The burn at the end, that ethanol burn at the end of this, was obviously, higher proof, but only four proof higher, was much more present in yours than it was in mine.
And I agree with that. And I noted that that even its first introduction to my palate
Was wow.
that said hello. Yeah, definitely. But the differences between these two is just amazing. I'm glad we did this, and I got another one downstairs, but I'm not going to open it. But by golly, I bet it's different too.
That'll be a after hours off camera.
No, if we're going to do it, we have to do it on camera to talk about the differences. But I mean, I've only got a couple of these.
You've only got a couple, and I've literally held on to this bottle since October to do this with you, of all people.
You're a busy man. You're off jumping out of planes all the time. Yeah, that's really good. It is mellow. There's a mellowness to it, whereas yours had a flavor punch in the head. This one has got a mellowness to it. That may be where you're getting your honey.
Yeah.
I didn't get it even that time. I got some of the salted caramel, but a little bit of baking spice and some cinnamon. Maybe a touch of honey on the back end on the legs, but I didn't get that on the front. But it is more mellow to the palate as far as flavor wise, even if the proof is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So that's really unusual. That's so cool how they can be so different and be essentially the same product.
Yeah.
I'm working on a burp here. I'm trying not to do that in front of you because it just would be rude.
You've met me, right?
I've met you, but you're not as pretty as she is. If I could just turn the camera around, you would all agree that there's some people you don't burp in front of.
She's just gonna have to slide over here real quick.
She would be off camera still over there. Okay. You just have to trade places with her.
That's not a problem.
All right. Or trade places with me. I'll leave. No, she has elected to stay off camera, and I'm not going to force her.
No. She's at least having fun, I hope. Watching
if
us.
If they want me to go on camera and drink my wine, that's fine.
Slide the bench over this way. Yeah. You'll be hanging off the edge of the table a little bit.
All good.
There. Come on in.
Yeah.
So this is Brooke. Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
Obviously the better looking half of, us. But
so she's drinking, what did you choose?
What did I bring?
I don't know, Cabernet?
Yeah, it's a Cabernet.
I drink bourbon, not wine.
I used to love drinking wine.
It's a Catena Cabernet.
Catena Cabernet. So 2017. I have never heard of Catena.
It's pretty good. It's really smooth.
High mountain
We're
vines.
going to start talking about wine.
Well, that's okay. This is called Beautiful Bourbon and Splendid Spirits. This isn't a spirit, but we can pretend it is.
It's adult grape juice.
It's an Argentina.
Ooh.
It's an Argentinian wine. Is that a word, Argentinian?
It can be.
Okay.
Argentinian?
Argentinian. That's better. This is if you get an opportunity to pick up the Angel's Envy single barrel wherever you happen to get it. Paul got it his at the Party Source in Bellevue, right across the river from Cincinnati. These were picked up straight from the distillery, and they're completely different. Some of them are great. Some of them are poop. These are not poop.
No, I'm actually really looking forward to July when I make another trip down there. Because, wow, these are, yeah.
I think I actually like yours better than I like mine. It's got more character.
Yeah. I mean, nose, flavor profile, definitely, I gotta say mine has more.
Yours has more nose. It has more palate. Yeah. I love the coffee notes.
Oh, yeah.
And the brown sugar on that, that's just really good. I like that a lot.
Well, that's good for both coffee drinkers. Though.
Well, yeah. But you've given me bourbon coffee, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And you like it. I don't care for it one bit. But I don't put bourbon in my coffee either.
No.
So there's a friend of mine, you know him. He loves to cook with bourbon. He uses Jack Daniels. And a lot of 60-70% of the things he cooks, he puts Jack Daniels in.
Yeah.
That's all Jack Daniels is good for. But I need to get in. I need to try some of that. All right. What are we missing? Nothing. All right. Cool. Well, we are 35 minutes in, and we've gone through everything. I think, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm really happy we did this. I mean, like you were saying, it's interesting to see the difference between one barrel to the next, between great flavor profile, and it's really hard to find that flavor profile. It's interesting the way that some comes out of one distillery can be completely different.
Right.
Yeah,
the single barrels, I mean, I've often heard that, like for instance, the Blantons. All Blantons are single barrels. Some of them, you'll open them up and they're trash. Other ones are quite good. It's all because of that barrel. Just sometimes you get a bad barrel. And in this case, we got lucky. Neither one are bad. They're just different. And again, there's things about yours I like better. Really, yours has got some interesting flavors to it. There's things about mine I like a little bit better. The proof, the clarity.
yeah, that's not hard to judge there.
But so it's good. So if you get the opportunity to pick up a single barrel, I would do it. If you get a chance to pick up more than one, I would do that, because then you can contrast the differences between the two as well and just see how so disparate, how different each barrel can actually be. So anything for the good of the order?
And even at that, pick up some Duke.
Duke is good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
me likey.
For one that was, completely going to be kind of a surprise on this. He had no idea I brought that bottle before we showed up. And I was thinking of a way to actually kind of bring it in before we started this. But then you brought out another bottle and we started talking. I'm like, well, I have a third one. So yeah, this is going to be a long night.
It all started because I asked him when he came in, is there anything that you want to try that you haven't tried that we can do on the Bourbcast? Because I have a decent clutch of different bottles that he could try. And some of them he's always wanted to try and hasn't. So I thought, if there's anything that he wanted to try, I would bring it out. But instead, he surprised me with Duke. So all good. Legendary Duke.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for hanging around with us again and watching. This will be the last Angel's Envy for a while, I promise. We kind of went a little Angel's Envy crazy here lately, not because of anything specific, just comparing this bottle to this bottle and such and such. But
well, this one's kind of my fault because I don't have to work tomorrow, so that's why. Right, and I do, but that's okay. So next week, I think what we're going to do is jump into the pinhook. Pinhook is relatively new to a lot of us in Ohio. I've never heard of it.
So I picked up 2 different bottles last week. I think it's a bourbon and a rye. I don't have it in front of me. It's elsewhere, and I meant to bring it up, and I forgot about it. Pinhook is on shelves now. I happened to visit the Kroger in Findlay on 6th Street. They have Pinhook there. They also have both the bourbon and the rye at the Beverage Barn. I haven't been outside of town to look, but they are there. So if you want to pick those up, that's a good. There's a big difference between the run-of-the-mill versus single barrel. We like the single barrel better. If you get the right single barrel.
Yes.
That's a big thing, because you may get a single barrel like this one that's all cloudy and has coffee and brown sugar notes and go, bleh, bleh. Whereas, maybe you're going to be like me and like that one in the notes better than this one that's a little bit more traditional. I'm getting no port out of this.
I get more port out of the regular Angel's Envy than I do in that one.
Yeah, there's no port.
I mean, even off the nose, the palate, did you finally get it? Mm-hmm. It's because we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
The
rye is awesome.
Yes, Paul.
Well, I think we're talking about the Pinhook.
Oh, the Pinhook.
But anyway, that's what we're going to do next week is the Pinhook bourbon rye. They have some interesting things that they do with their bottles. We'll get into that next week when we talk about it. In the meantime, you can find us on Facebook where you are. You can find us on Instagram at Beautiful Bourbon. We're on YouTube at Beautiful Bourbon. And we have the blog, which is starting to actually get some population to it. That's at beautifulbourbon.com. I met a guy the other day who said he was just getting into bourbon. And we got talking about Wild Turkey. You like Wild Turkey 101. And I said, well, if you like that, you might like this. You might like this. You might like this, And he ended up asking for my web address.
Yeah.
So it was just really nice to meet the guy, and he showed me pictures of the bar that he had in his basement. Oh my God.
And you got jealous.
Oh, yeah. He did an incredible job. He did all the work himself. and he was making sconce lights out of
cool.
Tito's vodka bottles
Way cool.
with dimmers. Insane, gorgeous, beautiful basement. Painted the ceiling dark colors, gorgeous. Anyway, I'm still talking, and I told you I was going to leave. Angel's Envy Rye is what you're talking about. Okay, you were right. The Angel's Envy Rye is really good.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. I'll bring it up so you can try it. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I think you'll like it too.
I think it's one of those
You
you're
don't
going
have
to
to
like.
bring it up. You got one in there.
I got one that's open downstairs.
Oh, of course you do. Everything is open downstairs.
You hear that? Everything is open. I got some that aren't open yet. They're going to be.
I'm aware.
They're going to be. All right, guys. We will see you next Thursday. We're doing Pinhook next week. There's one more thing. I have to check real quick. Make sure there's not a holiday between here and then.
You're...
Got to do holidays, man.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on. Touch me, baby. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well, there's Easter on this Sunday, so happy Easter to all of you. He is risen. Tomorrow's Good Friday. As far as whiskey holidays, National Amaretto Day is on Tuesday, and then Tea Day. So I think next Thursday when we do the Pinhook, we're going to find a way to do a Long Island iced tea.
Or a hot toddy.
I don't want a hot toddy. I don't think that sounds good. I just don't think it
Great
sounds
when you're
good.
sick.
If you're sick, and I'm always sick, but never ill. All right, guys. You have a fantastic what's left of your week. We'll see you next week on Thursday for Pinhook and maybe a Long Island iced tea. Take care.